Julia, welcome to Toronto, and thank you for bringing us Ozark. What a great series. It must be a blast working on something like this.
Thank you. Yeah, no, we have such a great time on the set, and it's like a family.
Yes, I can just imagine. Now, first of all, let's talk about Ruth for a bit because, I don't want to put you on the spot here or anything, but when people started to watch Ozark, everybody, not to discredit anybody else in the show, but everybody is talking about Ruth. Like, what an amazing job you did with her. She was really a great breakout character. When you first read the script for Ozark Season 1, what was it like? How did you even embody somebody like her? Because I know you're probably nothing like her.
No, I'm not. I'm
Good.
Like a neurotic girl from New York. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I'm like, I think, a lot of it was in the writing. The writing was great, and I wanted to respect the writing and make sure that I did the most that I could do with this job. But I also think that, I don't know, it was really fun just to start somewhere with her and see where it kind of took off. I don't know, it was fun to play around with her.
Yeah. Was it hard to get back into that twang when you had to do her for Season 2?
No, because, when you're playing someone for 6 months, you really get to know that person. So it was kind of like, once I opened the box, it was there, and I got the character, but it was kind of on a deeper level. Yeah. With the Southern accent, that was kind of easy because I made sure, like, a month before for Season 1, before I started shooting, I was walking around with an accent and going, making sure that I could go in and out if I needed to.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about working with Jason Bateman, who is, again, another great person to work with, another person who probably takes you under your wing. And,
yeah, he's amazing.
And again, humble. And, boy, you've been pretty lucky now that I think about it with the people that you work with.
Yeah, I've been very lucky. Since I started working, I've worked with amazing people, and I feel so lucky. And nice people. It's beyond just working with people that are, amazing at their job or what, because they could be really mean and not nice. But I've worked with really nice, wonderful, kind people. And, because you never know with a project, you might be there for months and then the movie or TV show doesn't go anywhere, but at least you still had a nice experience. Yeah. And then when it does go somewhere, you're like, oh, this is great.
Awesome. Yeah. And so Jason, not only being a co-star, but a director and a producer, and he's got a lot invested in this series. So What's that like to work with somebody like that who has so much invested?
It's so inspiring. I mean, he's amazing. Like the fact when you act with him, you're in the middle of a scene with him, and when he's directing an episode, you're doing the scene with him, and he's like, do that line again, do that. I was like, okay. He's like, do it a little more here, and you're like, just say the line again. Don't say do the whole scene from the beginning. It's really fascinating to watch. Yeah.
And learning from him must be what an experience.
Mm-hmm. It's and he just knows set like no one else. Like, he's probably the most professional person I've ever worked with. He's just, because he's done it for so long.
Exactly. He was a kid when he started.
And he's just a generous person, and he really takes his time, and he's very patient, and he wants the best for everyone.
Yeah. So what can you just tease us about Season 2, and what can we expect, especially from Ruth and where she's going?
It's definitely heavier this season.
Oh, great.
And it's darker. And I think this season, from what I can, from the writing, I don't remember what I shoot ever.
Of course.
But from the writing, the show even goes on a deeper level, which makes it much more grounded and fuller. Yeah. And it was already full last season, but it's really full this season. And I think Ruth is very vulnerable, even more vulnerable this season than last season.
Wow.
You have a much deeper, you understand her character much more.
Yeah. Now, any rodents in this season that you're going to have to deal with? Because I know you had to have a hand double with the first season, correct?
Thank God. Oh my God. That was so bad. That, people were like, what was the hardest scene? You had a lot of hard scenes. That was the hardest scene. I hate rodents. I got a panic attack like on set. They had to use a hand double. That was not my hand.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to touch
And
it
I'm from
either.
New York. Like,
Yeah.
I hate ugh.
So, anything real challenging this season that kind of, or it was a bit more on
Well,
key?
yeah, but not that.
Yeah.
That, thank God. Thank God I didn't have that. That was terrible. The whole production they would text me because I was so scared. They would text me pictures of like Mickey Mouse and like they're like, hope you're having a wonderful day on set. I was like, okay, great. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
But, now you have to write that in your contracts
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
no mice, no rodents
Yeah,
allowed.
yeah.
Yeah. So when you get scripts, what is it that like just really jazzes you now? What do you look for when you pick projects?
I've always looked with the same thing, a great story. The writing has to be great and great people involved. Yeah. And, if the character's really interesting and great, that's amazing too. But a lot of it has to do with the writing as a whole and the people that are involved, So.
Well, makes sense to me. Well, you're doing a phenomenal job. We're going to be
Thank you.
talking to you for many years to come, I know. And
Thank you.
congratulations on Ozark Season 2. It's like, what a series. It's amazing.
Thank you.
You did a great job.
Thank you so much.